Yo, what's up, fam? Yo, you saw that intro though? I know y'all like that new intro though. Don't even play. I know y'all like that. But yo, anyways, let's go ahead and get right into this video, bro. Right now we gonna talk about my current top 5 anime. These are the ones I've been keeping up with the most recently. Some of them are waiting on new episodes. Some of them I literally watch every single week. And yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and get straight to it. But number 5 on my list is Fire Force. If you haven't seen this show, it's basically a show about firefighters using fire to fight fire. Honestly, it's a mouthful, but it's a good show. Like, you should definitely check it out. And the whole point, the fire that they're fighting is there's this weird phenomenon where like people are like spontaneously combusting, and they're trying to get to the bottom of what's causing this to happen. And in the meantime, you have these firefighters who basically have the ability to manipulate fire with their bodies. And yeah, it's pretty interesting. The fights are insane. The animation is insane. The characters are dope. And yeah, you should definitely give that a peep if you haven't seen it yet. Next on my list is actually a really interesting show. It's called Tokyo Revengers. Now, basically, this show is about this main character. His name's Takamichi, and his life is like in shambles. By shambles, I mean he's just a bum. Like nothing too special. But to make it worse, like he finds out his ex-girlfriend ends up dying, and so it's like part mystery, trying to figure out how she died, and then also trying to prevent it from happening. So the perfect way I could think of like how this show is it's a mix between these two other shows, one called Erased and one called ReZero. And yeah, it's an interesting show. It's literally all kinds of weird stuff, from gang violence to time travel to romance to humor. It's a good time. So you should definitely peep that one too. Now, this next one on my list, this one is slowly working its way into my top 10. If it's not already there, and if not that, working its way into my top 5. This show is called That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime. Bruh, I know that shit's a mouthful. Yeah. But it's definitely a show worth watching. Now, I remember when this show first came out, I literally started peeping it, and I was like, it just seemed like chill, like a little bit funny. It wasn't exactly, what I didn't really have any expectations when I pulled up to go peep it for the first time. But after watching it, I ended up like addicted to it. And so now I watch it every single week. It's basically about this dude who died in the human world. He ends up in this RPG type world, and with, just mythical creatures and all this stuff. And he ends up just this OP character who develops civilization and ends up learning more about himself, and it's just a really good show. There's humor, there's hella action in it. That shit is just insane. It's a really good show, and the reason why I like it so much is I wasn't expecting it to be as cold of a show that it is. And so yeah, I support it hella. The number 2 on my list, of course, a lot of people have probably already heard of this show, but we still gonna talk about it anyways. My Hero Academia. Bruh, this show is cold. Like, I've been watching it since it first came out. I keep up with every season. I read the manga. I watch videos on it. It's a good show. If you haven't seen it, basically a little synopsis. The main character, it goes from zero to hero. He starts off with no powers, but he has a dream, a goal. He has hella fire, and he wants to become the number 1 hero. And they literally say it in every intro. This is the story of how he becomes the number 1 hero. And his first step in achieving that goal, past his previous fire and his drive that he already has, is that he ends up gaining the superpower of the number 1 superhero at that time. So it's really interesting. I think it's a good show that I recommend to pretty much any beginner in the anime who would enjoy watching it. If you like a lot of action with a good story, good character development, you would definitely like this show. And keep looking out for it, because I promise you it's only getting better. And finally, bruh, number one on my list. This is, in my opinion, the best show on this list. And yeah, it's just cold as fuck. And a lot of people don't think they like it, but who cares? I'm gonna say the name anyways. It's called Black Clover. Bro, Black Clover is such a cold show. I was literally hooked on the first episode. And you wanna know what hooked me on that first episode? You know what vibe Black Clover gives you? It gives you Naruto vibes. Naruto had me hooked on the first episode, and it was the same similar type feeling when I watched Black Clover for the first time. And I've been hooked ever since. I watch it every single week, every week that it's come out. I keep up with the manga, all that stuff. Basically, another Zero to Hero type anime where the main character doesn't have magic in a world where magic is highly, highly relevant. And within this world, he wants to become the Wizard King. The Wizard King is basically the head of all magic wielders in the kingdom. He wants to become that one day. How is he supposed to do that if he was born with no magic? Well, he just gonna have to figure it out. One day, he ends up getting a grimoire that allows him the ability to use an anti-magic sword, which is so clever. I just think it's a great show. There's hella good action. The characters are awesome. There's a lot of development. There's a lot of screen time for everybody. It's a show definitely worth trying out. And I would recommend this show to anybody. It really doesn't matter. And I'm going to keep watching it. And I'm going to keep supporting it. But yeah. Okay, fam. That was my current top 5 anime list. I'm going to keep making videos like this. I definitely appreciate the support and the love, and let me know what else I should make videos on. Like, comment, subscribe, thank you, all that yada yada jazz, and I'll keep making more content. But I really appreciate it, y'all. Peace.